all that was left was really to wait for the results to see where I came in. And once the results came through, I wasn't in it. I didn't qualify for the Olympics, and that was it for me in the OQS. So this is going to be my last recap. The day after the battles, so I'm flying back to Sydney today. The harsh reality for me and in this competition, I think my style and my approach, it's not the ideal fit for the Olympics. When you watch the people who qualified, there's a certain level of difficulty and dynamics that are used in these competitions. And I don't take that in a way where I'm like upset or I think that the judges or that the system is wrong, because I know there's a place for me and there's a place for all the different styles of dance. I wouldn't have done it any other way. I was truly trying to be authentic, and I left that on the floor that day. But I am still going to be at Red Bull, and I am still going to be competing, and I'm still gunning to be the best in Australia. So we are now on the way to a special spot for me, a very local training spot called Narrandjinji Reserve. And in that spot, you have a place that I call the dojo. And that's just like a little temple hut that exists in the reserve. And I just go there to train, to stretch, to prepare for battles. I grew up by this area. You know, I'm a local who has lived here my whole life. Narrandjinji Reserve is one of those places that hold a lot of memories when it comes to my childhood, when it comes to me growing up, when it comes to my dance, when it comes to basically any form of creative activity that I've done part of it in Narrandjinji. So this is Woodcroft Lake. This is home for me. I come here, I close my eyes, I meditate. All the thoughts and the images from every battle come into my mind. My heart starts pounding. You know, I feel the tension of a battle. I feel the egos, the eyes on me, and I feel like the kind of edge of competition. And when I close my eyes and meditate here, all that can compress and quiet down. And I remind myself that outside of B-Boy Kid Tek, the guy standing on the stage at Red Bull BC1, I'm human, I'm Gerard. And I think that mindset is what allows me to truly be myself when I dance.
Yeah, we do. I usually just pick him up like Gerard. I'm like, okay, this is him. This is how we usually go.
Questions about this.
I'll be your bodyguard. Most people know me by Luke, and my b-boy name is B-Boy Skywalker. Obviously, Luke Skywalker. He was named after me. You got to define what success is within the battle. If you reached all of your training and you performed the way that you wanted to, and you packaged the set, and you dropped on that floor, and you represented everything that you could, that's what you could control.
Yeah.
And are you happy with that?
I am happy with that, but I think inside, I just want to win, man.
The way that I would add value to Gerard's breaking, when we do hang out, probably the last thing we do talk about is breaking. We more so talk about life and life experiences. Breaking is an expressive art form. In order to do that, you have to live life. Do you ever really get to see and pull out the soul of Gerard's character into his breaking? I think that is going to be something that I hope everyone gets to see. Breaking's one of the hardest things in the world, and sometimes our lives just get wrapped up into it, but we've got to realize it's just dance, man, and without it, like, we would have met. And we have all of the best friends that we have right now.
That's true.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Luke.
See you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
It's just dance. It's just dance.
Let's keep doing it.
Yeah.
Something I learned from this qualifying experience is just where we are at as Australian breakers. There's a recognizable gap between where we are and where we want to be. It's really us versus them, and me versus me. When it comes to moving on from a tough loss, it's hard when you're a competitive breaker. In this landscape of high-level competitions, there's another competition in a couple weeks. I don't really have that time to reset. The way for me is just to go back into training, train with people who bring inspiration and passion back into my dance. There is a side of me that is the mentor, that wants to help other people grow and understand what it means to stand on that stage. But at the same time, I want to keep some of that for myself. It's just a matter of time until my event, my music, my style, the situations all line up perfectly, and I know that the world will see that. Me as the mentor and me as the mentee, the more I teach, the more I want to know, and the more I want to know, the more I want to teach. So now that the OQS is all done and dusted, the next big competition on my radar is Red Bull BC1.
Red Bull BC1 is a global one-on-one breaking competition. In the global break community's eyes, it is the one. Every year, thousands of breakers compete for a chance to represent at the Red Bull BC1 World Final since 2004. In 2024, the World Final will take place in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Our protagonist, B-Boy Kid Tek, won Red Bull BC1 Australia in 2022, making his way to the World Final, competing against the best in the world.